resilience has emerged as a term that obviously goes beyond and comes from other areas as well, beyond climate change, but one that is commonly looked to from the Stockholm Resilience Center and Carl Folke and the folks who've kind of pioneered this work and applying it to climate change, is defining as the capacity for a social ecological system. So merging and connecting the social and the ecological critical. So it's not just a science in the natural world, it's the merger of the social, the economic, and the ecological. But it's a system that absorbs stresses and maintains function in the face of external stresses imposed upon it by climate change. So in that classic sense of resilience, taking a hit and being able to bounce back. But it goes in this realm beyond just coming back to stasis, and it needs a resilient system, needs to adapt, reorganize, and evolve into a more desirable configuration that improve the sustainability of the system, leaving it better prepared for future climate change impacts. And so it's a process as well as a kind of an end state. And that's what, in this case, we're going to use resilience to mean in terms of understanding where we're going today. I mentioned more than coming back to stasis, more than just hanging in there. Love this photograph that one of my students shared with me, where the tree is surviving, but we need to do more than just hang in and survive. We need to find ways to be resilient, flexible, and thrive rather than just survive. Like all concepts, plenty of critics and critiques. That's always going to be the case. In some ways, the very flexibility that is appealing to some is what turns others off and says it's squishy and can mean too many things to too many people. But it does seem to have, and there's some good work that has come out recently, looking across the various definitions of resilience and also how they're received and understood by different communities. And at a time where we know that we are in this country and around the world divided in ways that are not conducive to productive response, I think the words matter, and words matter if they are ones that allow for collaborations across some of these divisions and finding common interests and pursuing some shared principles, moving away from hot button framing of them, even if there's kind of decidedly what one might perceive as unfair or even unscientific understanding of some of those terms. Finding a way to yes really does matter, and I think resilience gives us some hope in that. And it also suggests, because resilience is a term that resonates outside the climate world, that it is something that makes it easier to bring all actors to the table, not just the climate one. So the fact that it has come and has many origin sources in different fields, from biology to engineering and beyond, I think that's important for its utility in fashioning responses.